We're talking today with BluGlass, ASX code BLG, and they have a market cap of around 80 million. The company has been developing leading-edge semiconductor manufacturing technology and devices for more than a decade. It is a global provider to the photonics industry, delivering cutting-edge, visible lasers of the industrial, defence, quantum, display and scientific markets. We welcome BluGlass CEO, Jim Haden. Jim, welcome back to the network.
Thank you, Paul. It's great to be here.
Now, Jim, bit of news out of the last couple of weeks, and the BluGlass recently announced that they've been named a hub member of the US Department of Defence's $2 billion Microelectronics Commons as part of the Chips and Science Act. For Australian investors, can you tell us what the Microelectronics Common is?
Yes. So basically, there's a concept that the Department of Defense wanted to get into the market where they have these key technologies that are available to take from lab to fab. So the lab would be partners like universities and so forth, and they have the incubation, and the lab part to fab means that they want to have commercial partners. They want to be able to productionize and commercialize these ideas and move them through these hub members. And so what it basically entails is a dual use. The government wants to have these technologies. They've deemed these technologies like the high bandgap GaN material that we're doing as core technologies that they need for the government, and they want to have them continuously available so they have the commercial aspect. Sometimes the government's needs go up and down. They want to have a steady supply of it.
Okay, and breaking that down, the Deputy Defence Secretary, Kathy Hicks, announced a total of 8 regional innovation hubs has been established across the US, and BluGlass has been named as part of what the commercial leap ahead for wide bandgap semiconductors, or the CLAWS hub. Can you tell us more about this hub?
Yeah, so this hub is interesting in several ways. As you mentioned, there's 8 hubs. Ours is one of them. In those hubs, there's 460 members, and they're just companies and universities across the United States. Our hub has 1 leader and 7 members, so we're 8. We're about the lowest membership of any hub, and the award that we've been given in that hub of the 238 million for fiscal year 23 award, ours was among the largest. And so ours has companies like GE, Wolfspeed, University of North Carolina State University, and then our company, BluGlass, is the only photonics in there. The other ones are electronics, high bandgap electronics. So it's a really interesting hub for many reasons.
So just on that point, so you kind of had the sort of been rubber stamped by the Department of Defence, and you're now rubbing shoulders with some of the biggest companies in the world.
Yeah, it's a good way of putting it.
The CLAWS hub has been awarded US 39.4 million for FY23. How does this align with the BluGlass strategy, and how will it impact the business going forward?
It's a good question. So that 39.4, as I said, is just for the next fiscal year. It was the FY23 award for FY24. The $2 billion is allocated over 5 years. What we did is we presented the technologies that we have. We showed the results we've gotten to date, and you know about those. Our wide wavelengths, from 405, the violet up to blue, and our DFB. Those types of products that we've shown what we can do and then where we want to go. And the nice thing about it is that this is sort of a Department of Defense endorsement of the roadmap we laid forward in conjunction with our partners in this hub. So basically they're saying they like the roadmap, and this is the first step of going along where you want to go.
Jim, you're also working with several OEMs, a national lab and other customers who are qualifying your laser in their applications. Can you tell us about this process, and what feedback have you received thus far?
Yeah, so the process is it could be different with any different type of customer. We basically have 3 customers, 3 types. Those that have products in the market already. Maybe they're using IR lasers, or they have some competitors. We have customers that are new, they're startups, and they're developing products. And then we have this type of project customer like ME Commons or other large customers that maybe want to accelerate a roadmap. And so in those, the engagement could happen in different ways. But in general, Most of the companies that are engaging with us are those that are doing new product developments. And so they're putting our products into their next generation products. And when you go through that process, what you'll have is you'll have a company that starts to qualify, and then they'll go to production. And then after a while, they start a new product development. And so then you'll get into that. And oftentimes you get the stepping stones, and then more companies will join in as well. The projects obviously could be a boost because they could help fund those roadmaps, and that's exactly what this ME Commons is trying to do, is fund the acceleration so they have a commercial partner that can do this, and for allies as well, right? And so it's a really nice way of doing the non-dilutive funding, so it's good for our shareholders as well.
Absolutely, a rare word these days in the current markets.
Yeah.
And following, look, it's been a huge year for BluGlass. You recently had your AGM, I think it was only yesterday. What can investors look for the rest of the year?
It's well, the first one I would want to say was hopefully more news on ME Commons, right? That should be coming. As we get more products in the market, we've had sales distribution that they're interested in helping us out in different regions, and so hopefully we'll see some news where we're signing some contracts and expanding our sales capability. With that, you have to have advancements in the core products. So we'll continue to push those, and then the novel products that we talked about in the AGM and elsewhere, the DFBs and extending the wavelengths. And extending the wavelengths, we're expecting the RPCVD to play a larger role. So those are some key things that we should see in the next year.
And it's probably fair to say that now you've had the endorsement from the Department of Defence that maybe contracts going forward are maybe a little bit easier to get across the line?
I think it'll make it a lot easier, and our name is getting out there amongst other, there's what we call prime contractors and so forth. So it is going to help us have good standing with them as well. So yeah, hopefully we'll see more announcements like the ME Commons.
Jim, it's been an absolute pleasure. Great to have you back in the studio, and we'll be keeping a close eye on the story over the next few months.
Great. Thank you, Paul.
Thanks for your time.